Although Yosemite's history as a national park goes back more than 100 years, its geologic history is timeless. The greatest alterations in Yosemite Valley were made by glaciers. Native American Indians lived in Yosemite some 4,000 years before the Spanish occupied California and before the California Gold Rush. The Indians of this region were known as the Miwoks. You will see this word spelled in various ways. Each is correct because the Miwoks had no written language of their own. They established permanent villages near the Merced River and at least 40 camps all over Yosemite Valley. The Miwoks were hunters and traders by profession. They were also seed and plant gatherers. There is some evidence of a fatal black sickness or a plague that struck these residents at the beginning of the 18th century. Reportedly, the few survivors left Yosemite and moved to the eastern Sierra, where they were assimilated by other tribes, including the Mono Paiutes. One of the offspring of the original Yosemite Miwoks was Chenaya, who had heard stories of the incredible beauty and bounty of the Yosemite Valley. These Indians lived in harmony until the Gold Rush, when territorial feuds between white settlers and Native Americans broke out. Following Chief Tenaya's death in 1853, the remaining Yosemite Indians dispersed, and Yosemite Valley became a white man's settlement. Speaking of the rocks of Yosemite, the most beautiful of which is the Sheep Rock. These asymmetrical outcroppings of rock resemble sheep feeding in a meadow. The gentle sloping ridge points in the direction from which the glacier came. An example of this type of formation is Lambert Dome in Tuolumne Meadows. The shiny flat surface of some rocks is the handiwork of glaciers that polished them centuries ago. Sand and other small abrasives that pressed against the granite under the weight of the glaciers cut distinct striations or scratch marks on the rocks, which indicate the direction the glaciers were moving. Examples of glacial polish can be seen on the dome surrounding Tenaya Lake. Some rock faces show long white lines that are so neat and straight that they resemble the divider in streets. These are rocks rich in feldspar quartz, which in their fluid state oozed up through a crack in the rock and solidified. This is Yosemite Valley, the region of majestic mountains and captivating scenery, which proclaims the glorious hand of the Lord Almighty.